Hi and welcome. Denise Watson here again to talk to you about mindfulness and mindful eating and bring you yet another practical tip or principle for mindfulness to apply to eating. We've already talked about slowing down and being grateful and eating without guilt, and today we're going to talk about being present. Being present really is what mindfulness is all about. So we've talked about how it is observing the sensations, physical sensations in the body and or the thoughts and feelings, emotions that are going on in your head. So are you actually physically hungry? Are you, what sounds good to eat? What is the palate calling for? What would actually satisfy this hunger? If you're not hungry, what is going on emotionally? Are you trying to distract from an uncomfortable emotion, stress or fear or anxiety? Or are you trying to create an emotion? Relaxation, reward. Are you just bored? Are you looking to celebrate? All of these things, the awareness of these is, what being present and being mindful is. But we're also going to talk in terms of the cephalic or head phase of digestion, which is actually the seeing, smelling, tasting, and chewing of your food. This is, how digestion is initiated. It initiates the production of saliva, of gastric acid, of digestive enzymes, and starts to send blood and oxygen to your digestive system in preparation for digesting a meal. We also get dopamine, that feel-good reward hormone, from just the anticipation of food. So all of this, the seeing, tasting, smelling, and chewing is super important. 30 to 40% of our digestive capacity is diminished when we are not present and aware with our food. So if we are in front of the computer eating or in the car, on the phone, in front of the TV, we miss out on a lot of these cues. We don't necessarily taste the food because we're not aware. We may not recognize the cue, the satiety cue, the when we've had enough food. So and you could eat a lot of food and have fullness in your belly, and your brain is still saying, hey, we need to eat here, because it missed out on those cues. It didn't register pleasure and it didn't register satiety. So eating with awareness and being present could allow you to eat less food and feel more satisfied with less food, and also avoid digestive upset from not producing all of these chemicals that allow the breakdown of your food. So being present aids digestively and in the quantity of the food that you would take in, but also being present in your everyday life. Recognizing when you are not being present, when you are, your thoughts are racing about something in the future, and you're creating stress or anxiety or fear from something that may or may not happen. Research shows that 85% of the time, the things that we stress about don't actually happen. And even if they do, 80% of the time, we're better at handling that situation than we thought we would be. Sometimes, we're beating ourselves up about something that occurred in the past, and again, taking us away from the joy in the present moment. Noticing, how beautiful a day it is, or the birds chirping, or a child laughing, all because our thoughts are elsewhere. So practicing being present with food and in your daily life can help bring, peace and serenity to the present moment, to your life. Join me again and we'll talk about another practical tip shortly. Thanks for joining me. Take care.